Hello, I'm Heather Moll from the Arizona Geographic Alliance, and this lesson is called Deforestation, and it was actually written by Kathy Stelten and Gale Ekiss. They are also members of the Arizona Geographic Alliance, and it's tailored to 6 through 8, and it can take 1 to 3 class periods depending on the options that are available. So here's your overview. Everything humans do, both intentional and unintentional, affects the natural systems in which we live. We frequently try to modify our environment and attempt to improve our lives in various ways. Arizona, middle of summer, we usually put in air conditioners. Canada, up by the Arctic Circle, winter, you're going to need a heater. We try and modify our environment. While the modifications may benefit some, rarely do they benefit all. This most often results in the debate as how beneficial is it, or is it detrimental to the modifications? Purpose of this lesson, the students will learn about rainforests as well as the process and effects of deforestation. The materials you need the tropical deforestation article. Both articles are within the lesson plan. You're going to need a couple maps. You're going to need colored pencils or crayons. You're going to need the blank world map and the rainforest map. You're going to need the final assessments, the memo guides, and the extra information. It's all provided for you within this lesson. So the objectives of this lesson, the students will be able to identify the layers of a rainforest, locate tropical rainforests on a world map, list reasons for and describe methods of deforestation, and identify how resources economically benefit people and countries. So here's the procedures. Session 1. You're going to read and discuss the Tropical Rainforest Information article. It looks like this. It's very simple, has a little bit of information, and a space for them to do an activity. Okay. The drawing activity is where you're going to use the colored pencils, but they're going to directly write that on there based on the information that they've read. And this is about the layers of the rainforest, whether it's the canopy or the root system to the tropical rainforests. You're going to distribute a world map. There are 2 world maps in this lesson. One is a blank one, where you first give the students a blank one, and you have them create a legend. Have them think and discuss where they think these tropical rainforests are. On the back, have them write 3 or 4 characteristics, maybe some of the characteristics they read in the article or some of them that they know on their own about these tropical rainforests. Included in the packet is a copy of the map that has the correct locations of the rainforests on it. This will allow you to guide the students to the correct locations. The third step, session 2, next day, you're going to have them read and discuss a tropical deforestation information article. This one has a little bit more information than the one you read on the previous day. You're going to give the students time to complete the worksheet, testing their knowledge and reading skills. Simple 1-page worksheet, 11 questions for them to answer, and this allows them to go through this reading guide, not only just reading, not only just answering, but combining both as they go. Step 4 has them write information. So you're going to divide students into partners. You're going to pass out the deforestation final assessment. This final assessment allows them to choose options. It gives them choices. Okay? You also want to explain to them how memos are written. Maybe if you've gotten any memos in the past, you can show them as examples. But an example is provided that allows them to see what format the memo has to be in. It also talks about what not to write. Don't put a heart in your name. Don't put a what's up. Don't abbreviate. Don't text lingo, but to write out the information. It also shows them that memos are not signed, but sometimes up by the name, they're put a little initial signature. But you're going to go over that as a class. Talk about what is expected in a memo. Then you're going to have them decide which one they want. And if you look at this one, they have 4 options. Either they're in charge of a crew, they're the environmentalist, they're the governmental decision maker. Give them those options. Give them the chance to see what it's really like to be in somebody else's shoes. This can be homework, or you can have them done in class. That's why it's a 1 to 3 day lesson, because you can either have it for 2 days or 3. Students should create their memo. If time is available, they can share their memos with other groups, give different ideas or different views on what they think. So as we said, the assessment for this lesson, the content of geography is going to be assessed through the content of the memo. Did they talk about how this impacts? Did they talk about what really is happening to these rainforests? The world map assignment, did they get the rainforest in the right regions? Did they put it in a complete region that it doesn't exist? You can assess that knowledge by looking closely at the maps in the memo. 80% or higher will be considered mastery. Reading skills, of course, are going to be assessed through that reading guide. This is the key, so you know that you have the correct answers. And you can look at the 3 or 4 characteristics on the back of the map as well. Did they fully understand what they read, or did they just search quickly for the answers? Finally, the memo will be assessed for writing skills or ideas on the 6 traits rubric. Students should score 4 or higher on the rubric. This allows them to see if their memos will actually work, or if they're correct and are a true type of memo. Some extensions: students can research one life form found in the rainforest, or one product derived from the rainforest. I always, when I teach about rainforests, like to bring up Avatar, because they're destroying rainforests. And I always laugh because the mineral they're looking for, I've got a big one in my back room, I use it to show, hey, is this really of importance? It's a piece of mineral. So keep it real for them. If they can see it, they may understand it a little bit more. Or if they can tie it to what they see on a daily basis or in Hollywood, it helps. Have them on a scale of 1 to 10, how important this life form is. Because then do we risk destroying that life form, or do we not? Or is this product important? So deforestation, it's a short activity, but it allows you to have students read, assess maps, and create memos that'll help them become better workforce people.